When we ask someone to try and see something from our perspective, we usually mean that we want them to try and understand our personal point of view about an idea or situation. In visual art, we often talk about linear perspective, a concept that is also about a point of view, but in a very different way. So, what is linear perspective? Even though we know that this 15th century Italian painting of an ideal city is really a two-dimensional or flat object, the way the scene is painted encourages us to ignore this fact. Standing in front of this painting, we feel as though we are looking into the scene. It's as if we are standing in front of a window, looking out into deep space. This is the magic of linear perspective. In the 15th century, Italian artists developed a mathematical system for suggesting the appearance of three-dimensional space on a two-dimensional surface. Artists used geometry to create forms that appeared to recede or move away from a centrally placed viewer so that they seemed to be located at a distance. The idea is that the space within the picture should feel like a continuation of the viewer's own space. In the painting of the ideal city, notice how all the lines and edges of the structures in this city seem to move away from us at the same angle, drawing our eyes to the middle of the painting. These converging lines are called orthogonals. They lead us to a vanishing point on the horizon line, or the place where the sky appears to meet the earth. Here, the vanishing point is marked by a building framed by the central archway. Every element within the scene is carefully organized with mathematical precision to reinforce this appearance of systematic recession, or the way things look as though they get smaller and go back into the distance. The effect is orderly and clear, and the painted scene feels easy to read, even if such effects were difficult to achieve. Linear perspective, or one-point perspective, as seen here, is just one way to suggest space, and it is one of the most artificial. We don't really walk through life standing at perfect right angles to the world around us, nor are we always front and center as the ideal viewer is here. Linear perspective can be understood as one of the many ways that artists and viewers attempt to make sense of their world, suggesting organization and order. This image, in fact, was created for display at the spectacular palace of Federico da Montefeltro, Duke of Urbino. Federico made special efforts to support scholars and artists at his court. Like other rulers, he understood that sponsoring great works of literature, architecture, and art would show him to be worthy of his power. The ideal city we see here, with buildings inspired by those of ancient Rome and a spacious piazza punctuated by beautiful columns and sculptures, represents the height of orderly magnificence. What ruler wouldn't want to be associated with such an awesome location? As viewers standing in front of this work, our perspective is a linear one, a point of view given to us by the artist.